it's Tara. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to take a moment to do a quick video update regarding my Lyme's disease-induced facial palsy, which I've had now for almost 2 years. July 7th of 2022 was when I was diagnosed. I think it was July 7th, right around there. And it is now end of June 2024, so almost 2 years. So I would say as far as progress, I haven't really noticed a lot of improvement. You know, over time, I'm sure there's been some, but it's been subtle and I haven't personally noticed it, though I have spoken to people who haven't seen me in a while and they'll comment that my face looks a lot better. And you never know, are they just being polite or do I actually have improvement? So, but anyway, I guess I don't really notice a lot of improvement, but I also don't notice things, getting worse, which is good. I would say the synkinesis is definitely, has seemed more pronounced over the past number of months, which my doctor had said that will happen. Is over time, as you have some improvement, you're also going to have the negative impact of the synkinesis potentially getting worse. So obviously I still have a lot of this involuntary eye closure. I still don't have my smile. And I do have a lot of just the tightness in my cheek. That definitely impacts when I speak to people. I know that I have a little bit of a lisp, and when I get kind of stressed out, I can feel the tightness getting even worse. All that to say, it isn't so bad. In that, I've been dealing with this for a very long time. It doesn't impact my day-to-day life. And, it's just something that I've kind of gotten used to. So I've had 3 rounds now of Botox, 2 with a previous provider over at the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Hospital in Boston, and 1 Botox at a new location, a new facial plastic surgeon in Boston. So I had this most recent round of Botox done a couple weeks ago. And I will say, maybe it was the technique of the nurse who administered the Botox and where she kind of strategically put the Botox. But I'm the most pleased with the results from this round of Botox than I was from the previous 2 rounds. I would say one of the main areas that I'm noticing improvement is that synkinesis doesn't feel as tight. I just don't feel always as tight in this area. So the Botox definitely has relaxed some of those muscles. And she also addressed, I have definitely a very pronounced that smile line right here from the synkinesis. And I definitely feel like what she did helped to kind of mitigate that. And it's not as pronounced as it was before. The one downside with that is I do think it's impacted my speech more. I've definitely been dealing with this kind of lisp talking for, ever since I was diagnosed, but I feel like something in kind of manipulating these muscles here has sort of made it worse. Not significantly worse, not to the point that I would say the pros don't outweigh the cons, but it's just something that I've noticed. And, my smile, I don't know. I can't tell if it came back a little bit from doing it, maybe a little bit. But anyway, so that's the Botox. And to be honest with you, it's expensive to have the Botox done. And I have to go into Boston, which I know is not really a huge deal, cry me a river, because I only live, 10 miles outside of the city, but obviously with traffic and everything, it's annoying to have to go into the city. And I'm busy, and there's a lot of other things in my life that I'd rather be doing. So I kind of feel like the Botox is one of those things. I will probably do it again, but I probably won't be as on top of it, every 3 or 4 months when it wears out. I may not be as, inclined to go and run to make my next appointment. Not that I won't do it again, I don't think, because I do feel like I've noticed some good improvement from this round. Just, nothing earth-shattering. So one thing that I am going to be doing with this doctor in a couple weeks, and I do plan to post an update video about, is something called a DOA. It's the in-office surgical procedure where they put some local anesthetic into your cheek and they actually go through the inside of your mouth, and they cut through. For me, there's a muscle fiber that, because of the synkinesis, is always wanting to pull my mouth down. And is that what it is? I'm trying to think here. Anyway, it's doing something that is making it so that when the muscles in my mouth want to smile, my smile muscle is working against this other muscle that wants to pull that part of my mouth downward. So my understanding with this DOA, when they cut through this muscle fiber, is that it will release that muscle. And the benefit should be, one, hopefully that you get a little bit more of your smile back. I don't think I'm going to get my full smile back by any means, but it might help it kind of loosen up a little bit more. And then also hopefully help with some of that synkinesis. And then obviously, won't need the Botox in the same way, because cutting that muscle is going to relieve some of that tension that I feel with the synkinesis. So I'm going to do it. I'm not somebody I'm not even a big Botox person. Like, I don't think I would have ever gotten Botox in my life if it wasn't for this. And I'm definitely not somebody who's looking to go under the knife for any kind of non-needed procedure. And obviously you could make the argument, maybe, is this needed? But technically, obviously it's not. I will live just fine without having this DOA procedure done. But from talking to the nurse, she said that of everyone that they've done it for, no one's ever said they regret doing it. Some people say they've had a lot of improvement as a result of it. Some people have seen just a little bit, some none, but no one says like, I look worse now or I feel worse now than I did before. And it's in the office. There's no real recovery time, except that I think I might be a little swollen for a week, and I have to kind of minimize exercise and activities because I'm going to have a stitch in there. They don't want, to cause bleeding or to pull the stitch out or anything. But it's pretty non-invasive for what it is. And so I feel like it's worth doing. And hoping that I get some improvement as a result of it. So anyway, once that is done, I will do an updated video. I might wait until I don't look as weird because I have a feeling I might be pretty swollen. Maybe wait until, I give it a little time and you can see what I'm going to look like, the actual effect of having the DOA done. So anyway, that is it. I hope this video is helpful to some of you, and I hope for all of you who are dealing with a journey right now, whether that be with Bell's palsy or with Lyme's disease, facial palsy, or any of the other myriad of conditions, I guess, that are out there that can cause you to have a condition like this. I hope you're staying positive, staying strong, and that's it. You got this. Bye.